So, James, you know Mrs. Edwards very well.
Yeah.
What do you make of her?
What
do you make of her statement?
Oh, I think Mrs. Edwards is exactly right. The First Lady has a wonderful opportunity to take a megaphone to push issues. Barbara Bush pushed literacy in America during the first President Bush's terms. And I think Elizabeth Edwards can be a great asset to this country as First Lady, but I think there's a line, and the line is, you don't sit in the cabinet meetings. And what was really bizarre about the Rudy Giuliani's quote is he volunteered, and he kept talking about how she'd be comfortable, and he's comfortable with having her, and I think they crossed the line, and Elizabeth Edwards knows where it is.
Allison, this would never happen in a Fortune 500 company, right? I mean, the wife of the CEO would
sitting
probably
in on board
not
meetings,
sit in on board meetings.
Obviously not. I mean, any relative of an elected official, isn't an elected official, and you have to make those sort of boundaries, and they can be involved and contribute, but certainly not in cabinet meetings.
Greg, you and I were talking earlier, and you said that if Judy Giuliani is sitting in there, Rudy might want to impress her and make certain decisions just so that he'll be able to come home and have a nice dinner cooked for him when he gets home.
Yeah, I know that if my wife was in a meeting, I'd probably bomb Sweden just to impress her. That would be my thing. But the other thing is, I don't mind having a First Lady in the meeting, provided she's useful, and I'm speaking primarily of snacks.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, make sure you've got lemon squares, chocolate chip cookies.
I heard that Judy doesn't make lemon squares.
I learned most of my policy making ideas from the first season of 24, and we learned that you don't want the president's wife in any of the cabinet meetings from Jack Bauer's experience.
I mean, do you take your spouses to work with you if you have spouses? No. I mean, it's not take your spouse to work day.
I don't. I might take my dog.
Well, and I think Barney in the past has sat in on meetings with the Bush family.
Yeah. Preferable to Giuliani.
But the bottom line is the commander-in-chief runs the country.
Right.
That's it. Period. End of story.
It goes back to what she said. You don't let the wife of a CEO into a business meeting to actually, make any type of policy decisions. Of course, you're not going to let the wife of a president into those meetings to make policy decisions.
And we tried it with Hillary, and there was a big backlash to her pushing her health care plan back in '94.
Hey, what if Hillary's elected and Bill Clinton is the first man or the first husband? He's not sure exactly what he's going to be called. What if he decided that he wanted to sit on cabinet meetings? Greg?
Just have him run the intern program. He would be less inclined to get involved in anything else. He'll have his hands full.
Just no teens, right?
Yeah,
it's an issue that they're going to have to deal with, and you're right on that. And I think they should come out and say what his role would be in a new Clinton White House.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to ask you to stand by. We've got a Fox News alert to tell our